Good morning class plus 2. So here this is your chapter number 1, that is relation and function. So our first topic is relation. So what is relation? Relation, how we are coming across relation. See, firstly you have studied about sets. Then you have studied about Cartesian product. Then we come to relation. So you have studied about set A, B, so many sets, different types of sets of even number, odd numbers, prime numbers, different types of sets were there. Then you have done the Cartesian product of that sets, like A cross B. What is A cross B? In which ordered pairs are there as elements. First element of this ordered pair, this belongs to A, then second element belongs to B. This is called abscissa and ordinate. Then relation R, as you know, all the sets have subsets. Similarly, the Cartesian product of set makes subsets also. This is also a set, this is also a set, and it has a power set in which so many subsets are there, and that subsets are called relations over this Cartesian product. These are the relation R is a subset or equals to A cross B, right? Now what is the definition of relation? Let A and B be two non-empty sets, then a relation R from set A to set B is a subset of A cross B. That is a Cartesian product. Okay, so I have two sets A and B. A set have elements 1, 2 and 3, whereas B set have elements A and B. Okay, so what I will do? I will do the Cartesian product of these numbers. See, Cartesian product. 1 is related to A. So in ordered pair I will write it like first element of A and second element of set B. First element of A, second element of B. First element of A, second element of B. Then 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B. These are the elements. So now R is a part of all the possible subsets of A cross B. Now this is a Cartesian product. This Cartesian product have so many subsets. Out of these subsets, R is a part of all the possible subsets, which can be possible as a relation. So relation is a subset or it is same as it is A cross B. Now see, if I will take a relation from these all parts, if I will take only odd numbers, the tuples, take the tuples ordered pairs take the ordered pair which have odd number as its first place, 1A, 1B, 3A and 3B, right? So this is one part of the all possible subsets, like all possible relations of A cross B. So this is about relation. Here are few types of relation. What are the types of relation? 4 kinds are there. Firstly, void and empty relation. See, I will show you its definition also. Firstly, before going to this, I will show you few examples of this relation. One more thing, important thing, A, which is your first set for the Cartesian product, that is called domain, and which is your second set, that is called range. First set is called domain. This you have studied in your +1 class also. A set is called domain and B set is called range and codomain. Okay, now see, if two elements like A and B are ordered pair belongs to R, then we are reading it as A is in relation to B. If it is not, then we will write it like this and read it like this: A is not in relation to B. For example, A and B are two natural numbers. A is a division of B. Sorry, A is a divisor of B. So natural numbers to natural number. Let us see. 1 is a divisor of 3. 3 is a divisor of 15. 4 is a divisor of 4. Yes, these all elements are in this set. Fine. But few are not belongs to this set. How? 2 is a natural number. 5 is also a natural number. But 2 does not divide 5 now. It is not a divisor of 5. 3 is also not a divisor of 7. So these elements do not belongs to this relation. This does not belongs. So we are saying these elements belongs to this relation, but these elements do not belongs to this relation. More examples are here. You can read from your book also. Now we were reading about the types of relation. Void and empty relation. A relation R in a set A is called empty relation or void relation if no element of A is related to the elements of A. Listen, void relation from same set to same set, A to A. Okay, no element is related to each other. So if no element is there which is related to each other, that means it is empty. If it is empty, that it means empty relation. What is universal relation? When your R is itself A cross A. When your relation is itself A cross A, that means Cartesian of the given set, that relation is called universal relation. What is identity relation? Identity relation is basically written as IA. That means identity relation over set A. When you are taking elements from set A, that means it will take same to same element. It will take same element to same element. X kind of elements will be there in this relation. Like A set is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 will goes to 1. 2 will goes to 2. 3, 3, 4, 4. So this is your identity relation when same element maps to same element, relates to same element. Then last is inverse relation. What is inverse relation? A relation when R is a relation from set A to B in which X, Y kind of elements are there. But in the inverse relation, YX type of relations are there. Okay. Now you can see how inverse. The inverse relation is a father of. All men is in the relation is a son of. Okay. Now when father and son, first relation is a father of this. A is a father of B. Then its inverse relation will be B is a son of A. I will write here. See here. A is father of B. A is father of B. But B is a son of A. So this is the inverse relation. This is relation and this is inverse relation. If we want to study the relation inversely, then how we will study it, how we will read it? We will read it like this: son of, he is a son of this father. Okay. So these were the 4 types of relation. Now we are going to study some more classifications of relation. First classification is reflexive relation. What is reflexive relation? A relation R in a set A is said to be reflexive relation if and only if same elements. That means, one more thing I want to tell you, that which relations now we will study now. relation, reflexive relation, symmetric relation and transitive relation that we will study on a same set like A cross A only. A cross A. Okay. Same set to same set. If an element is related to itself, A element is related to itself, then that set of relation is called reflexive relation. This is a sign of for all. It is called for all. Inverted A. Inverted A is called for all. For all means all the elements belongs to A. For example, see here example. I have a set A. 1, 2, 3. What is the Cartesian product of A cross A? 1 belongs to 1. 1 relates to 1, 1. 1, 2, 1, 3. 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3. These all elements are the part of this Cartesian product. What about its relation? If I want to make a reflexive relation, then I have to write all the elements like 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. I have to choose only this kind of elements. Then this relation, if in the Cartesian product, 3 elements are of this kind. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. If all these three elements are there in a relation, then this relation is called reflexive relation. That means to make a reflexive relation, there should be this kind of elements where A belongs to this capital A set. Fine? This is reflexive. Fine? This is reflexive. Okay. If you want to show that this is reflexive, then you will take same kind of elements. But if they will ask you that what about not reflexive? When the word not will come, whenever the word not is asked in the question along with these relations, then give an example to show it. Whenever they will ask you about not, why it is not reflexive, why it is not symmetric, why it is not transitive, then you have to give an example. Firstly, see here, there exists A belongs to give an example, what we have to give them? We have to give them a number for which the ordered pair does not belongs to R. For example, see here, A is a set 1, 2, 3, for which suppose 3 belongs to A, 3 belongs to A, but the ordered pair 3, 3 does not belongs to R, because in R only 2 elements are there, 1, 1 and 2, 2. If this element is not there, that it means it is not reflexive, because we are saying for all the elements of A we want this kind of elements in relation, but for 3 ordered pair is not there, so it is not reflexive. Now come to symmetric. A relation is said to be symmetric if AB belongs to the relation, also BA should belongs to relation, for A and B belongs to A. Suppose you are taking any 2 elements from this set, like I took 1, 2. For 1, 2, 2, 1 is here, fine. For 2, 3, or 3, 2. For 3, 2, 2, 3 is here, fine. So for this element, its opposite is here. For this element, its opposite is here. So this relation is called symmetric. Okay. But what about not symmetric? If I will say 1, 3 is here, 3, 1 is also here, 2, 3 is here, but 3, 2 does not belongs to relation. 3, 2 is not here for this. Okay. So we can say it is not symmetric. Okay. If AB is in R, AB is in relation, but BA is not in relation, that time we are saying that it is not symmetric. Fine. Now See here, transitive. Transitive relation. A relation R in a set A is said to be transitive if AB belongs to the relation, some two other elements BC also belongs to relation, and their extremes, this one and this one, belongs to relation 2. Okay, so then we are saying that this relation is transitive relation. For example, from set A 1 to 3, I have 1 2 2 3 and its extremes 1 3 in it. Okay, if I have these elements in it, then I can say this relation is a transitive relation. But what about not transitive? If I have 1 2 2 3, but I don't have 1 3 in it, so I can say this relation is not transitive. Fine. Now you have studied about reflexive, symmetric and transitive. If a relation is reflexive, secondly symmetric, and thirdly transitive, then what we can say? Then we can say it is in equivalence relation. If a relation is satisfying these three types classification of relation, then we can say this relation is equivalence relation. Okay, so let's take an example. Check whether the relation R defined on the set A as R is described as like this. It is an ordered pair in which B, that means second element, is more than 1 the first element. Okay, if it is 1 then it is 2, if it is 3 it is 4, like this. Is a reflexive, symmetric or transitive? We have to see. See, this element will belong to R if B is equals to A plus B. Okay, so see which kind of elements are going in this. Okay, for reflexive, you can make it here also R. In R, if I will put 1 here, then it will be 2. If I will put 2 here, then it will be 3. If I will put 3 here, then it will be 4. 4 to 5. 5 to 6, right? But if I will put 6 here, then it will be 7, which is not in the in set A, so we have to stop here only. This is your relation. Can you see any 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 5 6 6 element here? No, na. So it is not reflexive. But we have to give a reason. Whenever you are writing that it is no, it is not reflexive. Whenever you are writing the word no, then you have to give an example. For example, 3 belongs to set A, but 3 3 does not belongs to the relation. Only I told you that whenever no you are writing, then you have to give just one small example. For 1 also you can write. You can give like 1 belongs to A, but 1 1 does not belongs to R. Okay, these types of examples you can give. Then you can write it is not reflexive. Then for symmetric. For symmetric, can you see if 1 2 is here, 2 1 is here? No. 3 2 is here? No. 4 3 is here? No. 5 4 is here? No. 6 5 is here? No. So we can say no. Why no? For example, 1 2 belongs to R. That means B is equals to A plus 1. 1 plus 1, that will be 2. Fine. But 2 1. 2 1 means if I will put 2 plus 1, a plus 1, that is 2 plus 1, then it will be 3b. What I am writing? I am writing a I have put 2, but by b is 3, so which does not belongs to R. Okay, your b is 3, like so. We want for 1 and 2. See, when I put here 1, then my answer is 2. Okay, same thing I want here. If I am putting 1, I want my answer, if I am putting 2, then I want my answer 1, but my answer is coming 3, so it is not symmetric. Okay, it is not symmetric. Now for transitive, you can take an example. For example, 1 2 is here, belongs to R, and 2 3 also belongs to R. You can see here 1 2 and 2 3 both belongs to R, but its extremes 1 and 3 does not belongs to R. Why? This is 1 plus 1 is 2 here, 2 plus 1 3 is here, but 1 plus 1 is the 2, which is not 3. Okay, so it does not belongs to R. So it is also not transitive. So here we have done our concept of chapter first, exercise 1A, and now I will give you as homework to read its examples and do their practice on your notebook also, and do question 1 to 6 on your notebook. And tomorrow in online class, I want your doubts of chapter number 12, that is of linear programming, and by tomorrow I want your PDF also of that chapter 12. I want to see how much work you have done. Thank you.